The first day she walked into the factory wearing her faded camouflage jacket, the room fell silent. Machines kept humming, but every pair of eyes turned toward her, some curious, others judgmental. The woman's name was Sergeant Emily Rhodes, though she never introduced herself with the title. She just smiled, nodded politely, and got to work on the assembly line like everyone else. To most of the workers, she was just the woman in camo. No one cared that she once led rescue missions in war zones. No one asked why she was here instead of out in the field. They only saw a quiet woman doing a blue-collar job, and they mocked her for standing out. Trying to play soldier again, huh? One of the men snickered, glancing at her jacket. What's next? Bringing a tank to work? Emily didn't answer. She tightened the bolt on the machine, adjusted her gloves, and moved to the next unit. She didn't need to prove anything. But that didn't stop the whispers. Every lunch break, she sat alone. Her food was simple, an MRE she still carried from her military days. The others laughed about it behind her back. She's weird, they'd say. She probably thinks this factory's her new battlefield. She's pretending to be someone she's not. But the truth was, she was everything they couldn't imagine being. Emily had served 12 years in the military. She had led her unit through storms, ambushes, and impossible rescues. But after one mission went wrong, one that took the lives of 2 soldiers she considered family, she left. The guilt followed her like a shadow. The uniform she once wore proudly now carried the weight of memories she couldn't bear. The factory job wasn't about survival. It was about silence, about losing herself in noise that wasn't gunfire. Still, she couldn't fully let go. That's why she wore the camo jacket every day, a reminder of the people who didn't make it home. Weeks passed. One day, the factory manager, Rick, called her into his office. "Emily," he said, leaning back in his chair, "I appreciate your discipline, but maybe tone it down a little. You're making some of the guys uncomfortable. The jacket, the routine, you don't need to act like you're still in the army." She looked at him quietly. "I'm not acting, sir. It's just who I am." Rick sighed. "Look, this isn't a base. It's a factory. Blend in a little." She nodded and walked out, the same quiet dignity in her steps. But when she returned to the floor, the jokes had grown meaner. One worker, Kyle, took it too far. "Hey, Sarge," he called out loudly, "you gonna order us to clean the latrines next?" Laughter echoed through the hall. Emily froze for a second, her eyes hardening, not with anger, but with control. The same kind of control that kept her soldiers calm under fire. Without a word, she went back to work. That night, she stayed late to finish her shift alone. The factory was silent except for the sound of the machines. She stared at the half-finished equipment on her table, a part meant for military supply trucks. Irony wasn't lost on her. As she packed up, her phone buzzed. A message from an old contact in the service. "Greater than, Rhodes, we need you. Convoy passing through your town tomorrow. Situation sensitive. Need eyes we trust. You in." She stared at the message for a long moment.